Hey, it's Naomi from naomitamiyama.com. Just recording a video about whether you can be a mumpreneur and a single mum at the same time, and how you find balance within juggling being a single parent and having an online business. So there's a misconception out there about entrepreneurs, especially with solo entrepreneurs, that you have to be working 100% of your time on your business and you're working crazy hours, and that's not necessarily the truth. Yes, you do need to work hard to have a successful business. However, there are a lot of single mumpreneurs out there, mumpreneurs, solo dadpreneurs out there. There are a lot of people out there that are, running a successful business and also finding balance between having a business and the busy schedule of having a family as well. Why am I recording this video? Because a lot of people ask me whether it's possible, and I know that for a lot of stay-at-home mums, or even single mums or single parents that are at home with your children, you suddenly realise that perhaps your options for earning an income might be more limited, especially if perhaps you can't go back to your original career. And I know definitely in the UK, had I still been in my career in the pharmaceutical industry that I left years ago, childcare would eat up probably 90% of my wage, which would leave me nothing to live on. So there's a big drive now for a lot of parents who want to create a better future, not only for themselves but for their children. They want to be able to provide more financial security, but also time. Time is so precious, and as a single parent, you understand that spending time with your children is one of your top priorities. So yes, I'm a mumpreneur. I have a business. I also have he's a month away from being a 3, so and I don't have really any other support to look after my son, so pretty much it's all on me. When my mum is home, then she's able to help me, but generally speaking, she's away a lot with work. So yes, there is a way of finding balance. Yes, you can start a business from scratch, being a single parent. Well, I started my second online business, so my main online business 12 months ago. So I had doubts to see whether it was possible, I'll be honest. The reality is, if you're committed to creating change, if you're committed to starting that on business, you're so resourceful anyway as a single parent, you'll find a way of making it work. That nobody gives you a handbook when you're a parent. And the great thing about running an online business, there are so many people that are out there wanting to share their knowledge with you, that although you perhaps won't have a handbook, at least you can learn from other people's mistakes and don't stumble over the same things. So getting back to what I wanted to say really is that yes, you can run a business. You don't have to spend 6-8 hours a day on your business, and the reality of being able to do that when you're a single parent is minimal. But also, as a single parent, you understand that you're able to, when nap time, if you've got a child that still has naps, you understand you maximize your time. So you write a list of the key things that are important, and then when you have that half hour, an hour when they're napping, then you just sit down at your computer and you get the high priority stuff done. And again, getting up an hour early in the morning, or in my case, I tend to get up a couple of hours early before my son is up to get some good work done before he's up, which frees up my day no end. And then I do put in a couple of hours when he's gone to bed, or I fit in some time when he's having a nap. So you find a way of making it work, but also there's something that is really important to realise within that, is that successful entrepreneurs out there, whether they're single parents or not, they're given the same 24 hours as you and I. The only thing that is different between them and perhaps you is learning how to maximize your time better. So learning that you really need to be very clear when you're starting your business what your high level activities are. And by high level activities, I mean the activities that are going to generate you income. So for example, in my online business that I have, I personally leverage a system that I know. It's a proven system that works. Basically, when all I need to do is get targeted leads. So I need to place some ads, being very clear about who I'm targeting the adverts to, get them into the offer. Once they've given their email address and they're in my mailing list, they then have the option of perhaps purchasing the product or going to some training. And then the system takes over. So basically that system then will convert them through front-end buyers. So where they might buy a small product like an ebook or a course, or they might start doing some online business training, and then they'll upsell them. And if you don't know what an upsell is, think of a famous burger chain. You go in there and you ask for a hamburger, and what's the first thing that they ask you? Would you like fries with that? Would you like to make that into a meal deal? Would you like to supersize it? That's an upsell. And as parents, whether you're single parent or not, you're used to upselling. If you've got a child that's sitting at dinner and it's like, oh well, if you eat your greens, I'll give you dessert. You're upselling them on dessert. So it's something that it's in our nature. It's something that we're all used to. We don't necessarily relate it to our business life. So yeah, finding the time. You can run a business, you can start a business on just half an hour a day, and then I know some people that are earning sort of multi 6, 7, 8 figure earners, that their priority is actually their children. So yes, they run a business, but they run the business to educate other people to do the same and empower them to do the same, but also so they have time freedom with their children, so they're able to spend quality time as a family, but also have the freedom and the financial freedom to take them around the world and do all those great things that we want to do for our children. So yes, you can find a balance. There will be some days where the balance will tip and you'll need to spend more time with your children, and there'll be other days when you're going to need to spend a little bit more time on your business. But it swings and roundabouts. Don't expect perfection. Just be very, very clear how much time you can dedicate to your business, and don't make the mistake of creating a business and then fitting your life around it. The best way that I found is working out what your life, what you want your life to be, and creating your business around that, because that way you can keep the consistency. Because if you decide that you want to write a blog post every day and suddenly you realize that actually physically that's not possible for you because you have other commitments with your family and you don't want to sacrifice them to be writing a blog, then work out how many blog posts you can do per day, or how many articles that you can write, or find a way of allotting like a specific day to write your content and then send it out. So yeah, that's basically it. It's being very clear about what your money generating activities are. So learning to, I find lists and schedules really important. So write down your important tasks that you need to do each day with a focus on the ones that will generate you income. So the best place to focus is when you're getting started is what's going to generate you the biggest income. And each activity will have a different hourly rate attached to it. So for example, if I'm setting an ad for my business, I know that the income potential of setting an ad for those could be up to $10,000 and above. But, you know, so for me, that's a high leverage activity, and I'm going to be wanting to spend my free time focusing on the adverts, getting those done, and then going to the next task and the next task. So emailing my list, building a relationship with the people that are in my list that have obviously liked what I'm offering them. You know, I want to build a relationship with them so they know me, they like me, and they trust me. And eventually when they're ready, I'll be the person they come to buy the product, or have some training, or, you know, have some mentoring. You know, those are the activities that you need to be focusing on. And as a parent, you know, you're already very good at scheduling, managing your time, managing your budget. So these are all skills that are going to be immediately transferable into your business. So, you know, don't be put off with what society might say about single parents. Don't be put off about the fact that you might not know how to get started. That's just an excuse. That's just fear stopping you. You know, it's completely doable. If I can do it, you can do it. The only thing that you really need is determination and a willingness to learn and apply what you're learning, and just, you know, tenacity and not giving up. You know, just keep pushing through and keep pushing through, because if you keep going at it, if you keep your focus about what you want and why you want it and why you want to make change in your life, and have that positive, well, I'll do whatever it takes because I know I'm going to get there, then you've got the mindset that is, you know, inevitability of success is there. You know, if you're pushing so hard and you believe so much that you want to have this change in your life, the inevitability that success will come to you, because that's what you're putting out there. Doesn't mean that there are going to be some times, you know, there's some ups and downs and bumps in the road, but, you know, that's part of life. You know, having a kid is, you know, you'll know that, you know, it's not all smooth riding, you know, especially if they're poorly, or, you know, if you have some challenges like I did when my son was born, you know, with him being in intensive care. You know, every second is a blessing, and if you can free up some more time to spend time with your family, then, you know, this is the best way to do it. So, you know, if you're inspired by the content that I'm sharing, please share this with other people, because I want to really inspire other women, other single parents. So, you know, dads, I'm really not trying to just be on the side of women. It's just, you know, obviously I'm a single mum, so you know, that's what I can relate to. But, you know, single dads out there as well, you know, don't believe that you can achieve this, because you can. And I just, you know, share this with other people that you think this would benefit, because, you know, I really want to get this message out there, and really empower people to realise that they can affect change in their life and create a business that gives them the time freedom and the financial freedom that they're looking for. If you like the content, then, you know, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then that way you get alerts when I put up a new video. And if you want to know how you can work with me, or how you can get started in an online business and use the same system that I use to generate my income, then click the link below and, you know, message me, and I'll, you know, happily answer any of your questions. So take care and speak soon, guys. Bye.